just quick segue. So you saw Last Dance.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think Belichick and Brady are like they have the same competitive cycle level as Jordan? Like, did you see
100%.
that?
100%. That was, and actually, I didn't have to say it. My wife, she's sitting there the whole time we were watching Last Dance together, night in and night out, and she like turned to me a few times. She was like, "That's like exactly how you talk about Tom." You know, like these certain things, and yeah, I think there's just people that are just geared that way. You know, they're like I was saying before, how Tom like still grinds and works like he's, you know, like he's been slighted, like he has that chip on his shoulder constantly, no matter, you know, he's been playing 20 years in this league and he's done so much more than, you know, 99.9% of the league has, but he's still like just working. There's still something else that he's going after. And yeah, the one thing I always loved about Tom, and this is like what I got from this Last Dance. When we play in away stadiums, you know, we're always like in the tunnel and we're always like huddled up. We got the whole team right there, and there's usually a guy with a headset and he's like trying to time everything up. So he'll be like, all right, 45 seconds till you can go out, right? Well, Tom, like he like loved that negativity. Like you could hear the fans surrounding the tunnel, like talking all kind of bad about us and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff. But he like reveled in that stuff, right? So he'd a lot of times like push that guy aside and we'd go out onto the field, which we weren't supposed to, but we'd just like step a couple steps out of the tunnel just so that people could see us and start yelling. And then, you know, like most of the time he'd like look back at us and just like, you know, give us like a F 'em all, you know, but he'd use the longer word. And it was like, that was like exactly what we all needed to hear in these like hostile environments. You know, like you go to Buffalo, you can't even hear, you know, when we first walk out, because everyone hates us up there and that's a raucous crowd. And like, so feeling that, like it's the world against us. And then all of a sudden we got this guy that's like leading our team and he's like, you know what? F these guys, let's go. And then we just like run out. That was one of my favorite things about Tom, man. I mean, he always was just, he like reveled in that hate, reveled in people not liking him, and it just drove him. And so there's definitely a sense of that, like Michael Jordan, like ability to just turn nothing into something to motivate him. It's a beautiful thing.
Freeze and